A little over 4 months ago, I came out with a video outlining my entire Twitch setup, and since then, it evolved a little. So in this video, I'm gonna explain to you guys what I've learned. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So my Twitch setup has evolved over the last couple months. I learned a few things, figured I'd pass it on to you guys. Hopefully it would help you and your Twitch setups. And we're gonna get right into this thing. So if you see my last Twitch setup video, the first thing you're gonna notice that's different is my microphone. I got a new microphone. I got the Shure MV7 podcaster mic. Now I got this mic for a couple different reasons. Number one, sound quality. It's going to sound a lot better than a standard SM58. You know, it's just a better mic. It's a little more expensive, has better insides and all that. And I think sound is the most important thing by far as a DJ. So wanted to sound better. I think it looks better too. I like the overall look. It looks more professional, you know. It looks like almost like a radio mic type thing. So I just like the look of it too overall. And I like the feel of it. You know, I don't have to be as close. I got this big foam thing that kind of helps with my pops and my P's and my B's and all that, you know, and I don't know. I'm a fan. I think it's worth it for 200 something bucks. And another thing I did was I got a right angle XLR cable. So essentially it just goes right angle and goes right down here. So it doesn't stick out as far. You know what I mean? Like with a regular cable, it would stick out like out here. Just think it looks cleaner going down the side and something, you know, 15 bucks is worth it. You know, I'm all about the clean wires. The next thing I updated was what speakers I use. So before I was using an RCFJ Mix, which is a big column array speaker, 12-inch sub. The thing is big enough where like I can literally DJ a small party with it. It's that big. And I even mentioned in the video like how to get rid of vibration in the camera because the subwoofer was so powerful. I had to like literally put this camera tripod on foam. That way it didn't vibrate and all that. It's all, you know, I made it work and it sounded great, but overkill, not needed. The best speakers, in my opinion, that I've discovered for live streaming are studio monitors because you're going to get a crystal clear sound that's going to sound fantastic. They have great low end, especially if you get good ones, right? Like these RCF ones right here. Link in the bio. But you're not going to have any vibration problems or anything like that. And not for nothing, they look pretty good. I think they look nice and they're affordable. I mean, most studio monitors are going to go between $150, $250, $300 a piece. Tops. And for that price, you're going to get a fantastic professional sound. And you're also going to have them in case you decide to produce something, you know? And next I want to talk about lighting because this is something I definitely learned a lot about the last couple months. Like not only just with doing Twitch and whatnot here, but even with my actual YouTube videos. If you noticed, they've been lit a little different the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 or so. Now I'll tell you my way, how I do it, but keep in mind lighting is super subjective. You could do lighting a million different ways. It depends how you want to look. You can make it moody and darker. You can make it bright or vibrant. You could do all kinds of stuff with lighting, okay? So it just depends on you and what kind of look you want to do. But I'll show you how I come up with my look. So first of all, I use two lights on stands, each at an angle, right? So kind of 45, 45. So I get an even light on my face and on me and on my DJ stuff just as a whole, right? This is like just lighting the subject. These are my subject lights or my key lights. Key lights, they're key lights. The second light I do is a colored light, right? And this just acts as a cool accent. So I have a light down here that's like a blue color. I set it to a blue because blue is my favorite color. And then I have like kind of blue on the wall just chilling here, right? So this kind of makes it blue. And then the major key to all this is having a practical light, which is what this lamp is. Now having a practical light, it just kind of balances out. So like my whole background isn't blue. It's kind of like blue, but then also that. But like, I don't know, I just like the combination of it. You know, I watched a lot of YouTube videos on this and, you know, you kind of play with lights until you see what you like and whatnot. And for this, I don't know, I just like the combination, having like a little bit of a color, but not overbearing color, just like a little like sprinkle. Then you have the practical light here, you know, so it's like a regular lamp, but then I'm still perfectly clear and I'm not blue at all. The blue is behind me, not on me, you know? And that's how I started lighting my shit. Couple tips with lighting though, keep in mind, number one, lighting is super, super important and it's a way that you can actually get really, really good footage out of a cheap camera. Like if you light things the correct way, you'd be surprised at like the type of images the cheapest camera, an iPhone can get. You know, it's all about lighting, really. Like I film all my videos either on this GoPro right here or on a $600 G7X. Like I don't have any expensive camera gear yet. One day I will, but I don't. But I still get a solid product because I light it correctly. So definitely spend spend time on this. Figure out how you want to light things. Don't oversaturate your lights either. Like, don't put them so bright where you're glowing. Adjust the brightness the right way. Adjust the color temperature. Get lights that have color temperature adjustments where it does like the yellow and the white. You know, that way you can do different things like with your skin so you don't look too pale or too dark or too saturated, right? And then play around with shit. Like, I definitely highly recommend a practical light. It could be like a string of like Christmas lights, you know, just anything, just like a regular practical light. Then if you want to add color and stuff, you know, there's lots of different options. You can use your own up lights. I actually bought this light off Amazon. I think it's pretty cool just because like it sets up on its own stand. It's more versatile rather than like my big ass clunky up lights. I'll put a link in the bio for that. But you know, you can add a little color. You just fuck around with lights until you like how they look. But just make sure that you are lit well. So your camera doesn't have to work that hard. As far as Twitch's stream manager, you know, managing chat and different things that's going on at Twitch, I still use the stream manager on my iPad, but I got this really cool iPad holder. And it goes right up here, so you can't really see it on camera. Like, the camera like angles down and goes right past it, which is perfect. But it's right in front of my face, and I can see it while I'm talking on the microphone. I don't know why I had it like all different places, kind of weird. And, you know, having it where you can speak on the microphone while reading it is super clutch, because you'd be surprised at what you forget between reading it and then going to the microphone while DJing and all that. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I have a terrible memory, but I don't know. I would read something on the iPad, and then like from the time it took me to travel from here to the microphone, I'm like, oh shit, what was his name again? And I'm looking back again. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to read and then talk into the camera right away. So have a setup like this. For me, I got this cool little iPad stand. Works great, right off camera, easy to touch and scroll through and whatnot. And yeah, I like it. Now, the last thing I switched up is my camera. Not the actual camera, but how I run it, how I set it up. I film in 24 frames a second now, which is like the cinematic look, and it really does make a big difference. I used to think, all right, well, the higher frames a second, the better, and I would like stream at 60 frames, which is like harder on your internet, harder on your computer. You know, it's going to be a little more glitchy, but 24 is legit. Like, 60 frames looks almost too real. 24 is more cinematic. Like, it's clear and legit, but like not like so real where it's like, oh wow, I can see that scar on his arm, or I can see that birthmark, or I can see like he has eye boogies. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It looks really, really good, but not super, super clear where like it loses that cinematic effect. Like, it's so hard to explain, but there's a lot of videos on it. A lot of people like talk about this and agree with me. Like, it's how they shoot movies are all 24 frames a second. Even 4K is 24 frames a second if you want that cinematic look. Shout out to Rico, good buddy of mine. You're probably not like watching this, but if you are, he's the one that kind of told me about all this and really opened my eyes. So streaming at 24 has helped my video quality all day, and has also helped my streaming quality because it's less hard on the internet. I need less bandwidth or whatever to stream at 24. Highly recommend doing that. Number two, with my GoPro, I did switch to the GoPro app, and the GoPro app allows you like on your computer to run it as a webcam, like straight up, but it sucks ass, and it gets all fucked up eventually. Like an hour in your stream, an hour and a half in your stream, you're like, you know, and I was getting so mad. So I switched back to a capture card. Now there's two capture card options. I'll put the links in the bio. There's a $20-something one from Amazon. It might have been $30, and that's what I'm using right now, and it works great. The capture card, you know, connects your camera to the computer so you can use it or whatever. So I definitely recommend that. And then you can also do the Camlink 4K by Elgato. That's the expensive one. It's like $120 or something. Literally the same thing. Maybe I'll do a comparison video and kind of compare the two and see if there's really a big difference, you know. Let me know if you guys would like that in the comments or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. For 5 times more, I mean, you might as well just get the Amazon one. I mean, if it dies, it dies, but it works pretty good. I'm using it right now. So, you know, don't spend an arm and a leg on a capture card. But that's it, people. That's the update on my streaming setup. I hope this video was useful to you. Did you update any things? Like, are you guys doing something new? Let us know in the comments. I'm always looking to evolve this setup. This is something that's going to be the future. I've made a ton of videos on this. I've explained it till I was blue in the face. Like, streaming is the future, people. Get on it if you're not already on it. Like, get on it. Have a setup. Like, it's going to help every aspect of your DJ career. But thank you again for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you at the next one.